Hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, this is going to be a bonus general message. Now, of course, usually these begin with some anecdote, something I have to say about my dog. But today is the total solar eclipse. And by the way, I just put out a video for every single zodiac. So, I'll put the free link to that in the description box in case you missed it. It's just short check ins for every zodiac. But we'll probably let this bonus message be inspired by that as well, because there can be lots of transformation. There can be lots of intuition coming to the surface, but let's go ahead and just see where this storyline takes us. So we do have that 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords is in the reverse, which means there's an ending that still has pain involved. But we have a character at a turning point, a precipice. They've got the Two of Wands. Which direction do they want to go? Do they want to stay in a place of pain? Or would they rather go in a direction that will lead them into, well, something that could be a different route, we'll say, because here we have the mountain, so they could try to climb over the mountain or they could go around it. The mountain is the obstacle. The obstacle is the painful ending. We have a character addressing pain that has lingered because of an ending. And we have the Ace of Swords. They know it's time for that sort of truth. They know it's time for that change. They know it's time to go in a different direction. They absolutely know that it is time. Okay, so let's see. We have the Magician. We have the Nine of Cups. Really nice energy of it's time to manifest. It's time to turn one's attention to happiness. And I said this for one of the zodiacs in that solar eclipse message. Why would we hold on to something that is sharp and painful? Why hold on to a painful memory? Why not manifest happiness? Why keep going back in our mindset to something that is over, but because it ended badly, we can't seem to let go of it? Why repeat a thought process that's painful? Why not go ahead and turn our greater amount of attention toward happier thoughts, happier times, pursuit of happier things and situations? Does it mean that the hurtful situation will just suddenly be gone? Maybe not, but it might mean that we are not going to be more prone to focusing on it. If, let's say, this is an item that we're super disappointed about, let's say we had a really awesome whatever shirt and the shirt got a hole in it. Do we just sit at home and say, well, I can't go anywhere because my favorite shirt has a hole in it and I was going to wear this? No, we go back to the closet and we get a different shirt. And it still sucks because that was our favorite shirt and that shirt was awesome. But we wish we could still wear that, but we can't. So maybe we go shopping for a new shirt. Maybe we just find a new sexy outfit. The bottom line is we realize the answer is to not go out. The answer is to get dressed in something else. That's the best way I could describe that. Okay, give me a little bit more on this. I love this energy for someone. Could be specifically a Virgo Gemini energy thinking about this. So we have a Two of Swords, and it's funny because if you notice, we actually have an eclipse going on in this card, right? And it's pretty much, it's a total solar eclipse. It's just about to open up because we see that little like penumbral shadow here, but the moon is in front of the sun. Ooh, what an appropriate message today. We have a character who is, the moment where the moon is in front of the sun is where the intuition comes to the surface. A character is realizing they had a big old red stop sign. They were blocking themselves from moving forward. How were they blocking themselves? What is the intuition telling them? They blocked themselves. They're aware of it. We have the Devil. They were looking at only the tip of the iceberg. There was something here where certainly the ghosts from the past were playing far too big a role in their mind. We have a Knight of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Wands. Their blockage for the longest time was that they were, please forgive me, remember these are fictional stories. I'm a fictional storyteller. I'm not a psychic. So please don't be offended when I say this, but this is a character who had been creating a blockage in their own life, because what they would do, according to this, is they would always look at and think about, even obsessively, think about what the other person was maybe doing, if they were running around, being with other people, focusing on the most painful thought process. They're probably out dating lots of other people, and I'm here slowly waiting for them to stop doing that. That's one idea, because it would have been a toxic thought process, and that's a pretty toxic thought process, to keep wondering or imagining the worst, the most painful idea of what someone might be doing. It's probably the tip of the iceberg. I think about my ex all the time, and I think about them, flirting around with everybody else. They're probably out doing that now. When they were with me, like building an even more negative hypothesis of what might have gone on, what might be going on now, finding the worst possible thought process to immerse oneself in. That was the blockage. And I think, I just love the freedom of this one. I just love the fact that a character, instead of a character saying, okay, I know that they did me dirty, but I have to forgive them. That's not what this story is about. It's a character saying, you know what, I realized I kept myself stuck because I kept going through the worst case possible scenarios of what did happen, what maybe could have happened, what might be happening now. Why am I thinking about that? Why don't I think about me manifesting the best? Okay, so tell me, what does our character do from this point forward? What does our character do from this point forward? Actually, wrong deck. Hold on. This is the one my hands want. What does our character do from this point forward? The Hanged Man and the Star in the reverse. So they got to start to look at what kinds of hopes, wishes, dreams, goals did they kind of put on the sidelines. So they got to maybe sit down and revamp some great ideas about what they want, because I think they kind of forgot their own plans for a hot minute. Page of Cups. All right, first things first, time to go ahead and forgive themselves for putting their own happiness on the shelf for a little bit. You know what? I forgive me. Truth be told, I was processing this. The Lovers, the Queen of Swords, the Two of Wands. Not only does our character forgive themselves and start to think about what their hopes, wishes, and dreams and goals are, they also remember that they are an amazing, I'll say, creature. And I say creature only because we have these two mythical creatures. We have this mermaid here, and we have Pan. We have this lovely energy of, I want something special. I want a really fabulous love. I'm a special person. I want a special person in return. But because the Queen of Swords is here, I don't want an illusion. I want a truly special love. I don't want to build in my mind the idea of something that was one in a million, when maybe it didn't turn out to be, something that met my needs. So maybe there was some illusion. Maybe I picked someone who I thought was going to be that special, and instead it didn't work out. That's okay. I've learned not to be disappointed by something that I thought was going to be super one in a billion, super special, that maybe fell flat. Truth be told, I now know that I'm supposed to go meet that special person in a different avenue of life. I needed to keep on moving. If we pull up to a restaurant that we intended to eat at, and it turns out the restaurant is closed, do we just sit there in the car and say, well, I guess I starve? No, we drive on and we go to a different restaurant. Sometimes it is a big disappointment, but that doesn't mean we don't get what we want. It means what we want is someplace else. And I just think that this is such a lovely energy of a character moving onward and no longer thinking about a past person. Don't ask me why I'm going to do this, because it really has no bearing, but I do want to say, how is maybe the solar eclipse impacting that past? The Death card, the Queen of Cups in the reverse. If anything, that person from the past perhaps recognizes that there's a shift in energy, that whomever our lead character is has actually ceased to hold on to their energy. There is a severing of the connection. There is a, cutting of the ties, letting go of the emotional bond. This is really good to see this, this release, this separation, this allowing something to dissolve. They sense it too. I think that this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful new beginning for these characters to have freedom from one another if they had been trapped in like an energetic, like a pretzel. So our characters going to be focusing more on their happiness. They're coming to terms with the fact that they kind of put their own goals, wishes, dreams, things that they wanted on the back burner. They also are recognizing that many things just needed to shift and change. We have an Eight of Wands upright. We have the Fates in the reverse. They are moving forward. This is a character who is, let me put it this way. It's full steam ahead. They're ready to interact with others. They're ready to interact in a way that everything is not falling into place just yet. This isn't one of those stories where the second they have a better thought process, the second everything happens and it's like, kismet. Instead, our character needed to get themselves out of one blocked energy, needed to recognize that they are looking for something special. And because they want something special, it could be a little tougher to find. But that's part of the fun of the journey. Instead of looking at it like, oh, yeah, but someone who's super disappointed me, I'll never find the right person because look at how hard it is. No, it's a beautiful journey. It's a gift to be alive and to be on a journey of going out and meeting people and connecting with people. And with this is the fates, but it's the wheel of fortune in any other story. Our character isn't quite ready to meet the right person yet. They're ready to start engaging. They're ready to start putting their energy toward their hopes, wishes, dreams, and goals. They may start having a new influx of interesting people in their life, but they're supposed to have happiness that comes in from a multitude of different avenues before they wind up in a relationship, is what this says to me. So they've got some things that they need to have happen first. Yes, the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Our character isn't at full energetic potential. They're not that glowing torch yet of happiness. They've got to go ahead. They haven't even seen what it is that they want. They're supposed to go out and enjoy the process of meeting different people, connecting with different people. And that is the thing that they weren't doing previous, right? This character was stuck in an old thought process of kind of obsessing over someone who they felt was unstable, unfaithful, somebody that they couldn't have put their trust in, somebody that didn't make them happy. Now that they break away from thinking about that, it makes sense why the universe is like, but whoa, don't think that you have to instantly go meet the right person. First, you just need time to be happy, to regain your hopes, wishes, dreams, start enjoying life, start enjoying being out of captivity of that negative thought process. You deserve better. The universe wants this character to have better. And for a while, just enjoy the energetic process. Take some trips, travel around. Eight of Wands, Three of Wands, meeting a really wonderful connection that's going to be really soul satisfying is on the horizon for this character, but not until they do some of this. So let me now go to my universe deck. Excuse me, my asthma is acting up again. Six of Cups, Four of Cups. So for this character to start connecting to other non-romantic soulmates, so they can see the difference between the illusion of like, hey, not everybody that I connect with is really going to be someone that becomes like a long-term romantic partnership. But this is all about, looking at an ancient alchemist, right? And the alchemist sits here with their protege, and they've got, lessons and messages to help and teach their protege. Sometimes these connections in life are it would be easy for someone to fall in love with someone who they view as, a soulmate, but not all soulmate connections are for that. So it's about establishing and understanding the difference in the meaning of different connections. And I feel like our character has to be able to go out and, connect with their soul group, learn some different lessons, and then it'll really click as to why we're drawn to certain people, and we can love them, even if we maybe can't have romantic love with them. Or sometimes we can have love for them, but that's not the best partner for us. Even if we share a romantic love, it still may not work. And there is somebody that will suit something in a better way. Sometimes it's just about the lesson we'll learn with somebody. Distinguishing and defining. See, I think we're dealing with a character who has been very intuitively drawn to specific people. The only thing that they didn't realize is they're drawn to specific people because they can find their soulmates like that. They're good at that. But they didn't realize, and now it's becoming clear, different soulmates that I can care about at a profound level still may not be the one for me to have in my life as like a long-term partner. But that is I don't want to say the trick to it. It's not a trick. It's that profound understanding. Four of Swords. I think there's going to be a lot of healing. I think there's going to be a lot of wonderful, this is going to become such a relief for our character to fully comprehend that. You notice how all the sand is running out of her kimonos. So carrying around this idea that any person that I feel a strong bond with, that might have been the one for me. And if it doesn't work out, then, oh my God, did I lose the one chance I had of being with the perfect partner? This is such a relief to find out, no, that's not the case. Not at all. There can be amazing people that are terrific in our lives for chunks of time, but that might not be the one for us. And it's such a relief to realize I can love different people in my lifetime for different reasons, and still, they may not be the ultimate end all be all. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Chariot in the reverse. I really think that the universe just wanted this character to really recognize how much they have to offer, how much love they have to give, what an open and loving person they are. Because, forgive me, I know probably a lot of people just hate this message, but especially what I'm about to say, it is a gift and a curse that our character is a Queen of Cups, somebody who is so kind, has so much to give, because when they care about someone, they perhaps have had the tendency to really open up. Now, that's great unless they had opened up their heart and turned someone who would be a great companion, but tried to say, but I care so much about them. This must be love, right? This must be passionate love. This must be the person I'm supposed to give all of my love to, my romantic love, my familial love, I see them as everything, my partner, my business partner, my romantic lover. Maybe not. And I think our character is just now learning how they can love somebody, but differentiate between, wait a second, I can love them, but now stop. I love them, but to one extent, one category, instead of just okay, I care about this person, so full steam ahead. Now I have to give them my entire heart. I have to give them that title of the one. I really like the fact that this character is we're calibrating things differently. I think any person that they loved, they thought was the one. And the universe is no, you loved a soulmate, but that may not have been the one. You didn't need to give every part of your soul to someone because you care about them. Be more discerning about, who you bond with to that extent. Because I think this person has mistakenly thought soulmates in the past must be the right one. And then if it didn't work out, it was devastating. And I think it's just because this person is they have so much to give, and they just didn't have they didn't put up any boundary at all, ever. They would give it all. Six of Swords, that's what they're healing from. So this was a character who had to heal from their basically overgiving. All right, I'm going to leave that one there. That was an intense one. All right, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Bye.